Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the TSPN podcast. You're here with Dallas Winder.
Vincent Easter.
Gavin Mock.
And we're going to get straight to it. Talk about what's been going on in March Madness and, some of the updates. First off, I just want to say NC State, they got lucky. They're not beating Purdue. They really weren't supposed to beat Duke. They just had the best game of their lives. I mean, I don't know. They've been playing good, but I don't know. I think Duke just had a little fluke. Couldn't really pull out that second half, but I don't really got them beating Purdue. But surprised they made it this far. What y'all think?
Yeah, I mean, my bracket is all Bruin. So,
Yeah.
but low-key, I think NC State gonna go all the way now because they've made this whole run, and I think they can go all the way. But I think it's gonna be them and UConn in the championship, and I think they gonna beat UConn again. Too, you know what I mean?
All right, that's too far. But
That's
you know
way
what?
too far.
Bro,
You know
low-key,
what?
though,
If they
because no one's stopping. What's his name?
Zach Edey is going to demolish him.
Bro, I don't think.
look,
I
you
don't think
put,
no one's gonna stop
you
him.
put
bro.
Dr or however you say
You
his
know-
name
Bro,
on him.
I wanna
He's
say
like
Edey
seven.
is-
Oh, he's
You know,
like 7
You know,
foot.
Dr used to go to Mizzou
Who?
last year.
Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
They're gonna put up a fight. I don't know if they'll win, but they are definitely gonna put up a fight. I mean, Purdue they played good, especially in the second half. But in the first half, if NC State can play good in the first half, they could pull out with a 10-plus point lead going into halftime. Honestly, because Purdue's been very iffy in the first half.
I mean, yeah, they definitely have. Like, they only made, 1-3 in the first half of the game against Tennessee, which was a great game. I really thought Tennessee put up a good fight. But NC State's just not going to get past them because, their best player, one of their best players, DJ Burns, has been, working out. But now he's playing against a real big, somebody that's bigger than him.
he's
not
not
just
gonna
going
be
to
on Zach Edey, though.
He's going to be – no, Zach Edey's going to be guarding him is what I'm saying.
Okay, well then you're gonna have Dr wide open.
He's not going to be
Because-
wide open, but I don't know.
Because Purdue, correct me if I'm wrong, they like to have 4 shooters, and Zach Edey is a shooter, but he's a big, They like to have 4 guard-like players out there plus Zach Edey.
I feel like their offense will be fine. Their offense will be fine. The defense, I mean, they're a pretty good defensive team. They hold Tennessee to a loss, and I think they'll step it up.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think about Alabama beating North Carolina?
All right, bro. I see what you're doing here, bro.
Because I had them going to the championship, and so it just ruined my bracket. And then with Duke beating Houston, that even ruined it way more, and just it made me mad. So.
Okay, I just want to say, you probably messed up. You messed up when you had North Carolina going to the championship. That was your first mess up. Secondly,
Nah, bro.
okay, I feel like Duke.
You're a Duke fan.
I feel like Duke would
You're
have
a
made
Duke
it this
fan.
far,
Hey,
regardless.
Hey, listen,
Now, look,
listen to
now,
him.
look, wait,
Don't
wait.
listen to him. He's a Duke fan, guys.
Duke did get
I am a
lucky
UNC
because
fan, though.
she got hurt or whatever and
Right.
couldn't finish the game out how he probably wanted to. Maybe the game would have been different, but that's too bad he did. They definitely should have still beat Houston. That was a really good game. Jared McCain played a good game.
Yeah.
Everybody else played a good game, But considering how Duke lost, I just feel better because North Carolina lost, differently. Their best player had 9 points, and, he just sucks
Yeah.
to me. But,
All right.
So with all the teams that Purdue played and all these teams trying to prepare and for Zach Edey and having his game plan, how do you think NC State is gonna prepare for Zach Edey, because that dude's tough? It's hard. You gotta have a good game plan to beat them with Zach Edey.
For sure, I definitely think you got to have a good game plan. But not only that, you got to be able to do it for all the whole game, because you just seen he had 40 points the last game. So it's not crazy to say that they're gonna keep feeding him the ball. That's been their game plan the whole tournament, like simple basketball. Feed them the ball. If you double team, kick it out to open shooters, which they have not shot their best the last couple of games, but it's been good enough to lead them past Tennessee this last game. But you know, he had 40 points and 16 rebounds. So I mean, that's really tough to beat. He basically played the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't really anything crazy outside of that. I mean, everyone else was almost in single digits besides one person, Fletcher. And, you know, he's a guard. He's going to shoot the ball. I feel like he did pretty good. But, you know, just look – I mean –
Yeah. I think if you're NC State, you really try and attack Edey early, you know, really get into him in the paint and, you know, try to draw as many fouls on him as you can. You know, you're risking drawing fouls on yourself at the same time, but I think it's worth it because if you can get him out of the game for a while, then you have an opportunity to score a lot of points.
On him, low-key.
That's what I'm saying. Like on
That's
defense,
just crazy.
you have him and Burns collapse on him.
His post defense is rough.
they both can't be on
that's
the
what I'm
floor.
saying.
Yeah.
And then on the offense too,
How
have
often
Diarra,
are they
both
on
have
the
good
floor?
court vision, so they can just pass it to each other in the paint, and he might.
I'd rather Diarra guard him though than Burns though.
Because he's taller. Burns
Yeah.
is just bigger.
And he's more.
I had some technical difficulties. So we're gonna talk about the transfer portal and kind of looking into next year. Who do you think is gonna be on top next year? Like a very early prediction.
I feel like
Don't say Duke.
I feel like UConn. Okay, now hear me out. With UConn finishing out this tournament and winning how they're supposed to win, which they're gonna win, it's gonna, you know, the transfer portal is gonna be a little weird. Some of those UConn dudes are gonna go to the league. Some of them might come back. So I think they're gonna be good again for the third year in a row. With that being said, Duke has the #1 recruiting class. I think they're gonna. I don't know. They have a problem with like kind of showing it or like what they can do with it because they had a good recruiting class this year and didn't really do much with it. They kind of weren't that good this year. There's a lot of dudes in the transfer portal that are good right now, like a lot of top guards, like Doug McDaniel coming out of Michigan. They just weren't good this year at all, and like things like that. So I feel like there's like people in the transfer portal that are better than some of the 5-star recruits coming in, which there's a lot of them. But, you know, we could see, like, some of the favorites for next year. Definitely Duke. I want to say UConn again. I don't like Kentucky for next year, depending on what some of those guys do. UNC's going to suck again. Not right. UNC's going to be okay. They have a decent recruiting class, a lot of 5 stars. Really just Duke. That's my main one.
Yeah. Gavin, don't say Mizzou. Because they went 0-19 in conference.
No, but I mean, we did get a couple pickups though. We got this #1 player in Arkansas. He got Gatorade Player of the Year.
Nice.
He's a 5-star. He's pretty good. I watch his highlights, and then we got we added the nation's like number 22 shooter in the country. So we got a couple good pickups. I think Dennis Gates is way better at recruiting than our last coach. So I think he's going to pick up a couple more people. And I think we'll be a better squad than last year because this is the worst Mizzou basketball year we've had. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's the first time because I remember watching one of the games. It's the first time in like over 100 years anybody's ever done that.
Yeah.
That's actually wild.
But he's a good recruiting coach, so I think he's gonna do something and pick some players up.
Yeah, I think UNC's gonna be on top next year. Nah, I'm playing.
Do you know UNC's picked up
Nah,
this year or not?
I have no clue.
You don't know.
Honestly, I haven't paid attention to the recruiting class.
They have a 5-star coming in, Ian Jackson. I forget who else, but Ian Jackson is pretty good. He's one of the best guards in the 24 class. And he'll definitely come in and make some noise. I forget some of the – I don't know who that is. No, he looked like he sucks, but definitely Ian Jackson for sure.
Cool. Dude got Cooper Flag. There's going to be a fight for the ACC again next year. Always is between those two. I really want to go to a game between those two, low key. Who is that guy? Is that the guy Mizzou's getting?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Jump shot kind of funky. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so-
Dallas could guard him, low key.
All right, so wrapping up here, to conclude this, who do you guys have winning this tournament overall?
NC State. No, I'm playing.
NC State.
I'm playing.
I got
Realistically, UConn.
UConn. They're gonna beat Purdue unless the guards have a crazy shooting game, but that's just my opinion. UConn all the way.
Go Pack.
UConn all the way.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope
Yeah.
you enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe.
Catch you in the next one.